Alright folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's always a pleasure to see you. Hope you're all doing well. We've had a couple of days off. We are most definitely back on business today over in Madrid. We're going to be touching on round one very shortly. Got quite a few matches that we need to touch on today, so we'll waste no time in doing that. Like the video for me, get yourself subscribed to the channel if you're not. I'd appreciate it if you did. If you want to support the channel, there's a link in the description. Or you can just say thanks by clicking thanks. It's entirely up to you. Very well then folks. I've been looking forward to this one. Surely this is going to be a banger. First things first, as always, just want to remind you, it is the first round. First round's just a free hit for us over here. You've got to see who wants to be here and who doesn't, and more importantly, who deserves to be here and who doesn't. So, first round is perfect for getting rid of any undesirables. Where do we start here? Where do we start? First off, we've got Roman Safiullin out of Rinderknech. Now, as always with these folks, we're just going to go quick fire. I'm not going to dive too deep into these matches, Some of them we'll talk about a bit more than others. Others we will literally just gloss over. But for this one, we've got Safiullin and Rinderknech. Head to head is 2-0 to the Russian in this spot. And you know what? Just looking at it for what it is, I'd say Roman Safiullin probably gets this one done too. A nice little favourite, 1.5 to 1.6 roundabout. Look, we're nearly in May. It's currently the end of April. Arta Rinderknech sits at 4 wins, 13 losses on the season. I think that tells you all you need to know. It really does. Now look, redemption is only ever round the corner. You're only ever one win away from starting to claw your way back into form. But I wouldn't be so sure that this is the spot. I really wouldn't. Roman Safiullin, look, I'm not picking him with much conviction either. You know where I stand on this guy. This dude is the master of inconsistency. 9-9 on the season. There you go. 6-8 on the hard court, 3-1 on the clay. I say he's looked a little bit better on the clay so far, but 3 of them have come on the challenger. Alexander Bloch, Marozsan, and then Dusan Lazovic, which was essentially a walkover. Lazovic had to pull out of that one. And then Safiullin's just been beat by Elmer Moller then as well. I watched that game with Elmer Moller today, and Kamil Majorach, he's good. He's a good player. He's smoked Roman Safiullin 6-2, 6-4. I don't think it makes much difference. I think he beats Arta Rinderknech at 1.5. I think that's fine. That's mighty fine, given the spot that Rinderknech is currently in. He's struggling, man. He's proper struggling. So we'll move on to Fedi Sina and Coleman Wong. I think everyone's going to be on Cena today, aren't they? He's got I don't know, I think this is a lot tougher than it looks. Would you say it's a lot tougher than it looks? Wong went 0-2 last year on the clay. Does the majority, if not all of his business over on the hard court. Can we start taking Fedi Sina now? I don't know, I feel like it's a bit too soon. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect from this kid. I haven't seen that much of him. He had somewhat of a breakout season last year over on the Challenger Tour. 0-1 on the clay this year, 10-2 over on the hard court. He has started off pretty good, albeit over on the Challenger. We've seen him beat Comesaña over in Miami. 2 tiebreakers was that? It was a very close one. Yeah, 2 tiebreakers, and then he played Dimitrov. And we've seen Dimitrov just absolutely munch on him. He's just played Rafael Collignon over on the Challenger, and he's just been fisted by him 2-6, 6-2, 6-4. As for Wong, I mean, last time out, we seen him get beat by Adam Walton. Just about. He did get past Ben Shelton over in Miami. I was very surprised about that. But like I said at the start of this one, he seems to do most of his stuff on the hard court. I think Fedi Sina. Look, especially with him, is he Italian, this kid? He's definitely Italian. What am I talking about? Federico? Yeah. Well, you shouldn't just assume things like this, but with him being Italian, I feel like you could probably go with the assumption that he's gonna be suited to the clay already. I don't know. I need to see a little bit more from Cena, but a lot of people seem to be pretty damn certain that he's gonna win this one. And if you're one of the few, or one of the many actually, 1.53, you're just going for it, aren't you? You're just going for it, but I'm not too sure. So we'll crack on to Giron Pecci Pericard, Mariano Navone. What's happened to Gio, man? What's happened to Gio? He's in a little bit of a skid at the moment. 4-game losing streak, not winning a single set in either one. Greek Sport, Thompson, Medjedovic. Yeah, it's not looking good, but it's not looking too good for our Gio at the moment. Mariano Navone as well. You know, if this was on the hard court, there'd be no question who you'd take. You'd just take Gio in this if it was on the hard court, wouldn't you? I would doubt Navone would be able to deal with this serve and this power over on a different surface, but we're not on the hard court, are we? We're over on the dirt, and that changes things quite considerably as well. They played each other once before, back in 2022. Gio won that one. Believe it or not, that was on the clay too. Gio's not that bad on the clay, he's alright. I think his game suits the hard court a lot better. You know, it's no secret, but I don't know, we know exactly what we're going to get from Navone on the day. Well, I think we do anyway. I can't believe he played David Goffin in his last match, bageled him, and then just shat all over the bed. So much shit in the bed in that game from Navone, unbelievable. Don't know what happened there. That is quite concerning. I don't know, man. I won't be touching this either. I just couldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if Gio just turns up and just rocks this lad off the court. I would not be surprised at all. Navone a lot more trustworthy on the surface. This is hard. 8-6 on the year for Navone on the clay, and then 0-2 for Gio. You pay your money and you take your choice with that one, don't you? Who've we got here? Fuck, these are... There's a lot of rough ones. I'm just scanning through the rest of them now dead quick. The majority of these are dog rough. Wow. Anyway, we'll move on. We've got Benjamin Bonzi, Marin Cilic. Fuck. See what I mean? Benjamin Bonzi should be beating him. He should be. He just should be. He's a lot younger. He's probably in better shape. But just because he should doesn't mean he will. I actually don't think Benjamin Bonzi wins this one. I don't know what's happened to him. Towards the end of last season, even at the start of this one, I had not big expectations, but I had some expectations for Benjamin Bonzi. He looked like he was turning it around towards the end of last season. You know, we took him quite a bit in that tournament. Was it one of the French ones? I can't remember. But he's playing really good. Never really done much over on the clay. Well, for quite some time anyway. The last really good season was back in 2019. We went 7-10 last year. He's been crap this year. Who am I kidding? He's been crap this year. I mean, from what I expected anyway, 10-11 overall. It's not too bad considering. 9-7 on the hard court, 0-2 on the clay. When did he win these games? So he's won 2 of his last 10. That's dating back to the 5th of February. When did he win all these games? Were these all on the hard courts? Has he won a lot more at the start of the season than what I thought he did? I don't know. Let me just double check. Where are you, Benjamin? Yeah, okay, fuck me. Yeah, he won a couple. 3-3 and 2 and yeah, whatever. But ever since the Australian Open, he's been dog shit. That game against Luca Van Asch over in Marseille, I vowed never again. Never again after that. That was horrendous. Binach, Brooksby, Demir Juma, Jacob Fernley, Ramos Vinulis. And then Daniel Rincon, straight sets in Barcelona. Absolutely not. Marin Cilic. Now, it's no secret to us, and I imagine he would admit this himself, his best days are well behind him. Well behind him. But this does tend to be a spot for the crafty veteran to shine. I would not be going anywhere near Benjamin Bonzi, as much as I'd love to at that price. Massive dog, 3.4. 3.4, I mean, you don't know what you're going to get from him. You don't know what you're going to get. If he was playing as good as I know he can, I'd say just take the spread on Bonzi. Fuck, I'd probably even just say take him to win. At this point, you know, you probably should be getting past Marin Cilic at that age. But I don't know, I wouldn't put it past Cilic to just grind this one out. 1.3, that's a massive favourite, that. Maybe that speaks volumes, maybe it doesn't. We shall see. And we'll crack on with Christopher O'Connell and Camillo Ugo Carabelli. Not a lot of meat on the bone today, folks, is the you know what, you pick a side in this, you'd say Ugo Carabelli. No doubt he's a lot more trustworthy over on the clay, but in my opinion I think Christopher O'Connell is just a lot more proven and trustworthy at all levels. So, you know, you just got to hope you get on the right side of that one if you're taking it. I think Carabelli's been in slightly better form than O'Connell at the moment. I mean, we know what we're going to get from him on the clay. O'Connell went 2-3 so far this year. He went 2-4 last year. So maybe he's had enough of the dirt. I'm not so sure. Carabelli has went 17-7 so far this year. 52-25 last year. You know, this guy only plays clay. He hates the hard court, does not like it. He loves it over on this surface. 1.6? I don't know. I wouldn't be so sure. He turns up. Who did he play last time? Alexander Muller? 6'4", 6'4". I don't know. Muller will do that to you. He's very deceiving. Christopher O'Connell got beat by Darderi and Seng, Fuskovics. 3-game losing streak. We're looking at the people who he's beat. Nicholas Yari, Dusan Lazovic, Liam Draxel, Carbias Payne. Not much to write home about, if I'm being honest with you. I probably would lean with the Argentine in that one, but I'm not picking it with much conviction. Then we've got Nuno Borges, Pablo Carreno Busta. I'd love to take Carreno Busta today. I would. It's okay to dream, is it not, folks? I mean, I love Carreno Busta. I say it all the time, and I probably will every time I mention him. I've loved watching this guy over the years. He was one of my favourites. Injuries have just fucked him, haven't they? Injuries have fucked this guy. He went 2-4 on the clay last year. He's went 5-5 this year. 19-11 on the season. Still good. It's still good. You know, we just see him make that step back up to the tall level, and he's just, I don't know, he's just a step or two off the pace, is our Pablo. But he is playing at home. He is on the clay. He does like it over here. He will have the crowd as well. I say he likes it over here. I mean, he likes it. Obviously, he's going to like it over in Spain, where he's from. But this tournament, not necessarily. I mean, he hasn't got past the first round in his last 3 times. How many times he played here? Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times Carreno Busta's been at the Madrid Masters, and he's got out of the first round once. Oh my god. He's only ever made it to the second. I would not have said that. That is quite surprising. But anyway, look, Nuno Borges, 3-2 on the year. That's on the clay anyway. 16-12 on the hard court. He's been fairly solid enough. Done some bits for us so far this year as our Nuno. Did see him get beat by Tsitsipas in Monte Carlo last time out. Probably I expected nothing less than that. He had a rough one with Pedro Martinez just before the Tsitsipas game as well. Beat Holger Rune. Holger Rune had to pull out of that one. Which reminds me, can't believe Holger Rune beating Alcaraz the other day. Can't believe I forgot to mention that. Oh, I can't believe it. You just can't write it. There's no one, I don't care what anyone said, we'll get back to this in a sec, but there's absolutely fucking no one that said Holger Rune was going to beat Alcaraz straight up like that. If you say you did, you're a fucking liar. No one said that was going to happen. I couldn't believe it. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. I'd say that's just what he needed, but I'd say that's more than what he needed. Doesn't get much better than that for Holger Rune. But back to Nuno Borges and Carreno Busta. Yeah, I haven't seen enough from Carreno Busta at tour level against like these solid top opponents to go anywhere near them today. These odds are very close, and considering he shits the bed in the first round pretty much statistically 9 times out of 10 in this tournament, at this point in his career, I wouldn't bank on this one being the one where he wins. I wouldn't. Nuno Borges 1.7. I'd take him for a set. I feel like there's only so much the home crowd's going to do for you in a spot like this. Is that Dusan Lazovic? Ethan Quinn? Look, there's no odds for this. Even if it was, I wouldn't go anywhere near it. I didn't think Ethan Quinn was going to get past Thiago Monteiro today in qualifying, but he did. Dusan Lazovic, more than capable of throwing up his shitter every now and then. So I'm not too sure. Is a lot more trustworthy on the surface. Can play well on the clay when he wants to. It's just if he wants to. Same goes for this next one as well, folks. Corentin Moutet, Harold Mayot. There's no odds for this, and I don't know why. But yeah, doesn't really matter, because I wouldn't touch this even if it did. Played each other once before, 5 years ago. So fucking scrap that. Two Frenchies going at it on the clay. What are you taking here? Are you taking that baguette or are you taking the bourguignon? I would say Corentin Moutet possesses a couple more tricks up his sleeve, to be honest with you, than Harold Mayot. I really do. I am not going to say he's a lot more trustworthy. That word doesn't exist when we're dealing with Corentin Moutet. But he is better. He's a better player than Harold Mayot on the day. He should be getting it done. But it is what it is, innit? I don't know what to expect from Moutet anymore. Is that Bautista Agut? Yeah. Roberto Bautista Agut, Jaime Munar. We've just had 2 Frenchies and now we've got 2 Spaniards. Fuck yeah. This will be a good one. Say it'll be a good one. It'll probably be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare to predict and a nightmare to bet on. Head to head is 2-1 to Bautista Agut. Jaime Munar beat him in the French Open last year, 3-1, quite convincing too. Munar's been a bit dump lately, hasn't he? Been a bit dump, won 4 of his last 10. There's losses there to Kachanov, Altmaier, Kamil Majorach, Monfils, Nishikori, Jamie Farrier. Yeah, not too great. He was doing better over on the hard court, I thought. Yeah, 5-4 outdoor, 3-1 indoors, and 2-4 on the clay. You'd have never said that. You wouldn't have called that for Munar. Bautista Agut, 2-3 on the clay, 1-6 on the hard court. He has been struggling, really, really struggling. And it's alright. It's alright. Safe to say, I expected something like this around this point in time for Bautista Agut. It's okay. It's okay to struggle, man. I mean, you think Munar beats him? You should be. This is one of them spots, and I always hate to say it because I don't want to write people off just because of their age, but this is one of them spots. You should be winning this. If you're a bit younger, you should be winning this. I'm just saying. Munar should be getting this one done. If you're in your 20s, yeah, say less. 1.5, Jaime Munar. He should be alright. He should be alright to get that one done. Unless Bautista Agut's just inspired. I'd say out of nowhere, but he is at home, and both of them are at home. So we'll see. I don't know. Should be a good watch. And then, oh wow, we've got some absolute shit. I'll tell you what. I'll go through the important ones, and then I'll just wrap these shitters up really quick at the end. So, fuck you. We'll skip you. We'll skip you as well. And then, we've got Alex Michelsen. Alexander Bublik. Touch on this one for a sec. Um, don't I say a touch on this one for a sec? I don't even know. What's you doing this? Have these played each other before? I don't think they have. Now this is split right down the middle. What are we to do with Alex Michelsen and Alexander Bublik? Bublik looked alright. Qualifying for Munich, he looked alright. Richard, and then he beat the Dora Palomero. Both of them in straight sets until he bumped into Zizou Bergs. He played a good match against Zizou Bergs, although he didn't get the win. It was a very, very decent performance. Probably the best performance I've seen from Alexander Bublik all year. Yeah, I'd say that. He looked decent over in the Phoenix Challenger, but yeah, although he lost, I was quite happy with what I've seen against Zizou Bergs. Alex Michelsen, I mean, he's decent enough, right? He's decent enough, you'd say. He's got more than enough to get past Alexander Bublik, especially this version of Bublik. You know, he's been well off it, well off the pace this season. 9-12 to be exact, 13-9 for the American. It should be a good one. Should be a decent one. Alex Michelsen, pretty dump on the clay. I'm not gonna lie to you. 4-9 last year, 4-3 the year before, 0-1 the year before that. Bit of solace for him. Alexander Bublik's just as dump on the clay. Although we've seen a lot more of Bublik over the seasons, he's had a longer career, we know. Pretty shit on the clay. Pretty shit on the clay. His game is a lot more suited to the hard courts, as is Alex Michelsen. I think at this point there's a lot more upside with the American. I really do. You could take Michelsen for a set. I would not talk it off that, but if you want to side with Bublik too, I wish you the best of luck. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park for either one. I am leaning slightly more towards Alex Michelsen, but not with much conviction, folks. Not with much conviction whatsoever. And we'll crack on to this one. This is another good one. I'm looking forward to watching this. We've got Francisco Comesaña, Pedro Martinez. Pedro. What are we to do with this guy? Hey, just when you think he's done, he fucking slaps one on you, doesn't he? He's never done. And you know what? Like, I don't know why. Some of you probably sit there, and some of you may have asked yourself the question as well. But I'm not the only one. I'm guilty of this, but some people were so than me. I talk about Pedro Martinez like he's in his late 30s, and he's not. This guy's younger than me. I think 28. You know, 28. It's just, the way he plays sometimes. He looks a bit Andy Murray-ish on the court sometimes. He played a lot of tennis over the years, you know, he has, but I just thought to put that out there because I talk about Pedro Martinez like he's fucking finished sometimes, and he's not. He's really not. But it's just the way he gets himself into these wars all the time. He could do without it. It's never easy. Either way, whether he's going to win or whether he's going to lose, this guy is like the fucking metal bat from One Punch Man. He seems the more you try and do him, the more he seems like he's done, the harder he comes back. Comesaña, have these played each other before? No, they haven't. I thought they did. I thought I've seen this, but I haven't. I like Comesaña. I think he's good. He's a decent player. What tournament was it? There was a tournament earlier on in the season where we was taking Comesaña once or twice. Bucharest. It may have been Bucharest. I think it was Bucharest, yeah. He just about got past Kiltzan and then got past Bautista Agut. Look, 3 sets, the pair of them. But he managed to... He's got another level, Francisco Comesaña. I feel like when he can find it in these games, he's usually good. Especially early doors in these clay tournaments. Madrid Masters, I'm not too sure. Will he have enough to get past Pedro Martinez? I mean, Comesaña didn't even make it out to qualifying last year for this tournament. Neither did Pedro Martinez. Oh well, fuck me. 12-7 this year on the clay for Comesaña, 5-6 for Martinez. Pedro's at home. He's going to have the crowd. And bearing in mind everything I've just said at the start, I would fancy Comesaña for at least one set. At least one set. I think he moves better. He's got a couple of tricks up his sleeve. We've seen the shot selection that he's got. You know, it's really good. We've seen him play some solid tennis over in Bucharest. I think if you can replicate that, you should be good enough just for at least a set. At least a set. I say Martinez is blowing hot and cold. He has been all season, and he remains to. So if Pedro turns up today and just smokes this dude in straight sets, you've just got to hold your hands up and accept it. Take it on the chin. But I don't know. Comesaña for the set. It's a nice little piece of pie, if you want my opinion. And then, yeah, you know what? We'll talk about this last one, and then there's 3 stragglers that we'll just knock out. We'll bunch them all together if you're looking for them in the timestamps. So the last main one for us tonight is gonna be Fabian Marozsan, Flavio Cobolli. You don't get it. These have all been rough, haven't they? Like, it's not just me. This is, if anyone's still watching, like, you must agree. This first day, the first round, these are dog rough, man. I don't know what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna have a little look at the outrights. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sort some outrights, and obviously they'll be pinned. But I'm probably just gonna sit off today. I think it would be wise if we sit off today. It's very, very difficult. But yeah, Fabian Marozsan, Flavio Cobolli. I think we were all impressed with Fabian Marozsan over in Munich. Got to the semi-finals, got beat by Zverev. No shame in that. No shame in that whatsoever. I wasn't that convinced after the first round against Justin Engel. Solid against Hugo Humbert. I mean, Hugo Humbert with his fucking cracked wrist or whatever the fuck he had. I don't know. No excuse. No excuse. Zizou Bergs looked really good against him as well. And then came up, look, he put up a decent fight against Zverev. We said he'd take that 4.5, didn't he? And he did just about. Tiebreaker in the first, 6-3 in the second. That's good. That's as close as you're going to get without actually taking a set anyway. Flavio Cobolli. What's this guy? What's this lad doing? Hey, what is Cobolli doing? I mean, he was so untrustworthy all season, and then he was that bad leading into Bucharest. It took me basically up until the final to admit that he was playing good, and then he wins the title, goes into Monte Carlo, looks good against Dusan Lazovic. We all think, oh my god, Flavio Cobolli has arrived. He's back. The kid is most definitely awake. No, gets beat by Artifice, and I know I'll let him off with that one. Artifice is better than Flavio Cobolli. He's been playing shit out at the moment. But coming into Munich against Alexander Shevchenko, man, I mean, call it what you want. I'm not having the holo with the fatigue. He's played this and that. He's a young lad. He's a young lad. Alexander Shevchenko, I do not rate that guy whatsoever. I don't, no offence. I do not rate him that much. I think Flavio Cobolli most definitely should be getting that one done. And I watched that as well. I watched that. He just shot that away like an idiot. I'd be rolling the dice with Marozsan on this one, you know. I really would. Cobolli shat it to Shevchenko, man. Absolutely shat it. If Fabian Marozsan turns up and plays just as good, not even just as good, if he can bring a little bit of what he brought against Zverev in the semi-final in Munich, I think he'll run this kid off the court. I really do. What are the odds on this? 1.7 for Marozsan. I'd be taking him for the set, you know. I'd be taking them for a set, folks. They've played each other once before. That was back in 22, and it was over on the clay. Very close game. Tiebreaker in the first, 6-4 in the second. Pay your money, you take your choice. I'd be going with Fabian on that. I really would. And then the straggles. Quick fire through these, folks. Hardly any odds. And the ones that they are odds, I feel like there's just a clear winner in some of these. The first one, Maybe not in this one, but I couldn't begin to consider breaking this one down. Sebastian Offner, I haven't seen this guy for a while. And Hugo Gaston, there's no odds for that. Head to head is 2-1 to the Austrian in that one. Yeah, I learned a lesson with Sebastian Offner quite some time ago. I haven't watched any of them this year. 5-4. I've seen nothing. I've seen nothing of this guy. And then Fabio Fognini, Laszlo Djere, you might be saying to yourself, why have you left that one out? Well, one, there's no odds for it as of yet. And two, absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. Fabio Fognini, no. I don't trust him, and I don't trust his opponents. I'm just not going there. I'm not. You don't need me to get into it. We're not in fucking Rome just yet, are we? We're not in Italy just yet. When we are, when in Rome, you eat pasta. You take Fognini at these Italian clay events, but we're not in Italy. We're over in Spain. I think he's rather powerless in this realm. Who else have we got? Cerundolo. That's Cerundolo Kovacevic. It's one man well. Cerundolo too. He's looked decent in qualifying. He got past Bottage van der Sandschulp today in 3 sets. Took him 2 tiebreakers to do so, but still stands, does it not? I don't know who's going to be a favourite for this one. I imagine this one might be fairly close. Kovacevic, we know what we're going to get. He's a decent player, man. Solid on the hard court, not so much on the clay. Cerundolo, very, very good on the clay, not so much on the hard court. You can see your dilemma with this one, can't you? Who do you trust out of these two? Cerundolo has got 2 games under his belt already. He's just edging these sets out as well, man. They were dog rough sets against Van der Sandschulp today. I imagine 2 games in stride. You should have enough to get at least a set off Kovacevic, but I don't know. I can't see the odds, so I don't know. And we've got Gael Monfils. Borges. I don't know, folks. I just don't know. Gael Monfils, maybe. Not that good over on the clay, is he? He's really not. 1-1 this year, 3-6 the year before, 2-4 the year before that, 1-1, 2-4, 0-3, 6-4. Fucking not that good. Not that good. I was like Mike Jones's fucking number, that, weren't it? Borges, I mean, he's another one. Never really amounted to much on the surface, but what we have got from him, you could probably say it is just a little bit better as of late than Gael Monfils. I don't know. You'd say you can get Monfils to get beat by this guy. Probably not, right? I mean, clay or no clay. We can't go against Monfils. We fucking love Gael Monfils over here. He's one of our guys, isn't he? Yeah, I don't think... Well, I would be very surprised if there is a single subscriber on this channel that does not like Gael Monfils. How can you not? How can you not like this guy? That doesn't mean you just bet him blindly out of loyalty. I don't just like him because he's a nice guy. It adds to it, but he's a fucking solid tennis player as well. He always has been. And you know what? At this point in his career, it seems like he probably always will be. It really does. I feel like Monfils will most definitely go out on top. It won't get to a point where he's on like a fucking 30-game losing streak. We know what we're going to get. Early days, nice and rested. It's usually prime time to take Gael Monfils, and at 1.3, I could not tell you to do otherwise. Very well then, folks, that's going to do us for tonight. I'm going to be saying good night to you. We're going to watch these Stanley Cup playoffs. Anything for the ice hockey, anything for the baseball, basketball, you name it. Do you think? Share with the group, don't be shy. And most importantly, anything for Madrid day 1, be sure to let me know. If there's anything pinned, it's pinned. If it's not, it's not. But until tomorrow, you take it easy, yeah? You take care of yourselves, you take care of one another. Like and subscribe. Best of luck to you. Let's go get that cash today. Enjoy the tennis, and I'll see you tomorrow.